Hey, this is Mrs. Gervasio here with another tutorial, and today we are going to be talking about perimeter and area. Let's get started. Perimeter is the distance around an object, around something, and so to help us remember that perimeter goes around the rim of something, we actually circle the word rim as a cute little reminder. And to calculate the perimeter of an object, we need to add all the sides. And as another reminder that we have to add when calculating the area, we go ahead and circle the T that kind of looks like an addition sign. Let's go ahead and do an example. Here is this rectangle, and we have 6 inches is the length and 13 inches is the width. However, we have two unknown sides. But when we are calculating the perimeter of a rectangle with two unknown sides, it's actually not very hard to figure out what those other sides are, because we know that the opposite sides are equal when dealing with parallelograms. So the opposite side of the 13 inches would be, again, 13 inches. And the opposite side of 6 inches would be 6 inches. See, not very difficult at all. And now all we have to do is add up those four sides. So let's go ahead and add them up. We have 13, cross it off because you used it, 6, cross it off because you used it, 13, cross it off because you used it, and 6, cross it off because you used it. And then add them all together. Then we have 6 plus 6 is 9. 3 plus 6 is 9, and 3 plus 6 is 9. Add that together, you get 18. You carry the 1, and you drop the 8. Then we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, making our answer 38 inches. See? It's not that difficult to figure out what the perimeter of an object is. Now let's go ahead and talk about area. Area is the amount needed to cover something completely. To calculate the area of an object, we need to multiply length times width. And that's why we go ahead and the letter A we actually turn into a multiplication sign to remind us that we need to multiply the length times width when calculating area. Okay, so let's go ahead and do an example. We have our example from earlier, and we have our length is 6 inches and our width is 13 inches, and all we have to do is just multiply them together. So we have 6 times 3 equals 18, 6 times 1 equals 6, plus 1 more equals 7. Now, another little helpful hint that we have is instead of saying area, we say squarea. And this is to remind us that we are actually counting all of the little squares that are inside of that object that we just calculated the area for. So instead of saying 78 inches is our area, we would actually say 78 square inches, or it could also look like this. They both mean the exact same thing. All right, let's go ahead and do a practice. Okay, so we have this rectangle, and with the length of 4 centimeters and the width of 10 centimeters. Go ahead and figure out what the perimeter and area is of this rectangle. Go ahead and pause me. Okay, now that you've already done your work, let's go ahead and check and see if it was correct. We know that for parallelograms, the opposite sides are equal, so the length in the other side is 4 centimeters and the bottom part is 10 centimeters. Then we would go ahead and add those all together. So you have 10 centimeters, cross it off because you used it, 4 centimeters, cross it off because you used it, 10 centimeters, cross it off because you used it, and 4 centimeters, cross it off because you used it. Then you add those all up together. You have 4 plus 4 is 8, then 1 plus 1 is 2. So our perimeter equals 28 centimeters. Okay, now to look at how to do the area of this rectangle. So you would have to do the length, which is 4 centimeters, times the width, which is 10 centimeters. Well, 4 times 10 is 40. Now remember, it's not just 4 centimeters. Sorry, 40 centimeters. It's not just 40 centimeters. It's 40 square centimeters. So there you go, there you have it, how to do perimeter and area. In my next tutorial, I will have how to do perimeter and area of complex figures. I promise it's not that tough, it's not that tricky, as long as you go step by step. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll check out our next tutorial.